အားလုံးပဲမင်္ဂလာပါခင်ဗျကျွန်တော်တို့ဂျိတ်တဟုကြီးရဲ့16ခုမြောက် webinar ဖြစ်တဲ့ the UCAS walkthrough ဆိုတဲ့ webinar ကနေပြီးတော့အားလုံးကိုကြိုဆိုလိုက်ပါတယ်ခင်ဗျအဲကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီနေ့မှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဖိတ်ခေါ်ထားတဲ့ speaker ကတော့အမဂျူလီယာမိုးချမ်းမြေပဲဖြစ်ပါတယ်ခင်ဗျအမဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ University College London UCL Global Scholarship ကိုရရှိခဲ့ပြီးတော့မှအခုဆိုလို့ရှိရင် Biochemistry major နဲ့ကျောင်းတက်နေတာပဲဖြစ်ပါတယ်ခင်ဗျဒီ webinar မှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့အမUCAS အကြောင်းအနေနဲ့prestigious university ကိုဘယ်လိုဝင်ခွင့်ရမလဲဆိုတဲ့အကြောင်းအရာတွေကိုဝင်ခွင့်ရဖို့ဘယ်လိုပြင်ဆင်ရမလဲဆိုတဲ့အကြောင်းအရာတွေကိုအမ sharing လုပ်ပေးသွားမှာပဲဖြစ်ပါတယ်ခင်ဗျအမကိုပြောချင်မေးခွန်းလေးတွေများရှိလို့အောက်က Q&A section မှာမေးနိုင်ပါတယ်လို့ကျွန်တော်ပြောကြားလိုပါတယ်ခင်ဗျဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီနေ့စလိုက်ကြအောင်ခင်ဗျအမမင်္ဂလာပါခင်ဗျအမ
Hello.
Hello
ကင်မရာဘယ်လိုဖွင့်ရမှာလဲကြည့်နေရ
မ
ကင်မရာလေးဘယ်လိုဖွင့်တာလဲမသိဘူး
အဲ့အပေါ်က step ထဲမှာထပ်ပြထိတ်ဆုံးမှာရှိတယ်။တွေ့ရပြီခင်ဗျာဟုတ်
Okay, hello everyone, welcome. So my name is Julia and I'm gonna talk to you about UCAS walkthrough, like how to prepare for G5 universities in the UK and to apply to these like Oxbridge, Imperial College London, UCL, or LSE. So like the G5 universities လို့ခေါ်ရတဲ့ US မှာဆိုရင် Ivy League ဆိုရင်အခု UK မှာကျတော့ G5 universities နဲ့တူပဲ So let's start. UK ကကျတော့ for UK application you have to use UCAS. So what is UCAS? So UCAS got universities and colleges admission service. So you have to go through UCAS to be able to apply to these universities. But the one thing about UCAS is you can only like apply to 5 universities, only 5. So like a application process tema by bale, so yeah, you have to put your personal details, academic qualifications, like academic qualifications or below so like IGCSE so yeah, you just have to put down your IGCSE grades. Those are your academic qualifications. But you have to write a personal statement. And after that, you have to ask references from your teachers. So I'm gonna be talking to you about like how to apply for these. And you know, like UCAS has changed. When I was applying through UCAS, I just have to write a 500 words essay long, but this time it just changed this year. So you have to answer 3 questions this time. So the first question, it's basically the same thing. They just like separate it into 3 questions. So like with the first question, why do you want to study this course or subject? So yeah, they're asking you for why are you passionate to you choose, like for example, I choose biochemistry. So why am I passionate to study this course? They want to know more about, you know, why you're passionate for this, why show them your enthusiasm for it. Like there's a difference between UK and US uni application. For US, you have to show your extracurricular statement, but for UK, you have to talk more about your academics. You know, like 80% is your academics. And for me, I chose biochemistry, so I have to talk more about why I am passionate about biochemistry. How did I start to like become interested in biochemistry? Like what did I do to like so that I can continue reading further at the university? Like second question, how have your qualifications and studies help you to prepare for this course? So yeah, you can talk about like what did you do aside from your A levels, SAT, IB that makes you want to choose this course. So it's basically asking you about why you want to choose this course. And the last question they ask you is, what else have you done to prepare outside of education, and why are these experiences helpful? So the last question is basically asking about extracurricular activities. So when you're like writing a personal statement, 80% should be your academic and 20% goes to your extracurricular. So the last question is your 20%. So in UK, UK university application, you don't really have to talk about your extracurriculars that much, unless it's like related to the course you're applying. Then let's look at why G5 universities. So G5 universities includes of the Oxbridge, Imperial College London, UCL, and LSE. So the 3, 4, 5, they're in London, and 1 and 2 are in Oxford and Cambridge. So why these G5 universities? Because like they're like the top notch in the UK. UK is like you don't really have that much universities to choose from, like very different from the US. In the US, you have like so many universities you can look and apply to, but 𝐁𝐢𝐤𝐴, it's like very like there's not that many, you know. So like I really recommend applying to these 5 universities because of their world-class research, highly competitive there, and they focus on academic excellence and leadership. So how shall we prepare for UCAS? So this is a very important thing because you need to start, if you want to apply, you need to start applying now because now is the right time. Year 12, so yeah, example, year 12 is A-level. If you're taking A-levels, year 12 is your AS level. So you have to start right now if you just finished your AS level. Like you need to start researching what course you want to do, and then you have to start narrowing down your university choices. And you have to start like building up your extracurricular activities and those like gain relevant work experience and internships that you can find as much as possible, whether through online or in person. Like just be prepared right now, summer. And then you need to use your predicted grades from your AS level to apply to the universities. That's why first year of A-level matters a lot, and you have to give yourself like a prioritize your grades in your first year of A-level. And that is when you applied for it. And summer before year 13, so yeah, you have to start. At that time you already applied already. So like you have to start attending summer before year 13 is basically right now, September. So yeah, you gotta attend open days and online webinars. Like we're from different countries, so we're international students, so we can't go to university open days right away because we're like we're international students, so we can just like book your virtual open days online to the university that you want to attend. And you need to start drafting your personal statement now. For me, I drafted like 29 times for my final personal statement. And if you are specifically applying for Oxbridge, you have to start preparing for your admission tests and interviews right now. And I'm going to be talking about that admission test and interview preparation in next slides. Then year 13 is your second year of A-level. So it's that is when the UCAS application submission deadline is. Normally for like medicine, if you're interested in becoming a medic, the deadline is this year, October 15. So start preparing early. And medicine, dentistry, veterinarian sciences, Oxbridge October 15 is your deadline. But other courses aside from your medicine, dentistry, January 29 for this academic year. So it's very important you start applying, you start preparing right now. The better you prepare early, the faster and the stronger your application will be. Now I'm gonna talk to you about these 5 G5 universities, like which one will suit you. So if you're like planning to apply for University of Oxford, their offers are 2 A stars or AAA. They usually ask for 2 A star, 1 A. But you have to go to their university website to check for the course-specific requirements. And Oxford and Cambridge ask for admission test, personal statement, interviews. So they require more than applying to other universities. So like you need to For example, if I want to attend natural science in Cambridge, I need to answer their admission test, which is an SAA, to be able to apply there. So it's very important, like you have to start preparing early if you want to apply for Oxbridges. So you need interviews and top tips ka pale. So Oxford ka prepare for interviews by reviewing the material beyond A-level. What do I mean by beyond A-level? You have to read books according to the course that you want to apply. There's a specific reading list that is like available in the University of Oxford website, and just look at it there and start reading books. Being Cambridge is also the same. You have to do like admission tests for the course that you want to apply. Top tips: prepare for the interview by practicing mock questions again. Like Cambridge and Oxford guy, you can only apply for either one of them if you want to apply to Oxbridges. So, okay, now to go how to prepare for Oxbridge admissions, because the deadline is coming soon. It's approaching early. So 15th of October is the deadline. So you can only choose whether you want to apply to Oxford or Cambridge. For example, if I want to apply to Cambridge, I can send it by open application or apply to specific colleges, because like Cambridge is a collegiate university. So Cambridge University out my like Trinity College, Magdalene College, there's like I think like more than 30 colleges. When you submit your application, you can do open application. So yeah, it's like they will randomly select you into one of their colleges. Damo apply to specific colleges when you pick out which colleges you want to apply. Yeah, another admission test interview that's for Oxbridge. It's very, very like daunting. And now it's a personal statement, which is of course every university application needs it. You have to start preparing now. You have to write over the summer holidays, which is now, and please finish before October. And interview tips, here are what I wrote, what to expect and how to prepare for this. Okay, let's talk about admission test. Admission test is taken early in November because like people applying to Oxbridges are already nerdy and smarty pants. They want to differentiate the A-star candidates. So what do? Is they give out the admission test. It's a very, very hard test, and you just have to prepare for it online and by, buying external books and practicing the interviews and admission test papers. The thing is, you cannot finish the admission test because it's for you to not finish it. It's so hard. So go through the paper and answer the easiest question first, and then medium questions. And you gotta make yourself like time is important. Practice answer timed conditions. There is like a statistic that show that if you do well in harder section, you will get more offer holders. So like usually second section is a lot harder. So if you can like get more marks compared to other people, then basically they will offer you and you will get into either Oxford or Cambridge. And that's how to ace the interview. So Oxford and Cambridge require interviews, and they're basically looking for academic potentials, because like they're looking for students who are very much interested in the course that they're applying. For example, I'm applying for biology, so I need to be like very crazy about biology, that I'm still an A-level student, but I have started to like read books a lot that are like first year university level students. So you have to be very crazy about the course that you're studying. So first, got interview up they're just looking for ideas and potentials. Like they're looking like how much of a creative person you are. Even if you like, it can be very challenging. Even if you make a mistake, they want to know like how you're thinking and how you can move on from the question, like even if you're like thinking, like if the professor asks you like, okay, the professor will ask you the question and then you cannot think in your mind, you have to speak out your thoughts. They want to know how you're processing the question. They want to know how you're basically thinking it, and they want to really get to know like how you think. So basically you got to think out loud and narrate your situation. You got to explain your approach. That's it basically. And they're just finding out how academically curious you are in the subject that you are applying. They just want to know how crazy and passionate you are in the subject that you're applying, basically. That's it. That's for acing interviews for Oxford and Cambridge if you're thinking of applying. And next one is, what experiences demonstrate your passion for this course? Like before you really like write down your personal statement, try to get to know yourself a little bit and try to ask yourself so many questions. Like here are the 6 questions that I wrote that will help you a lot. First question, yeah. What do you study at the moment, and what relevant skills have each of your subjects taught you? Like, what interesting reading have you done for this course? Like, you have to read so many books. You have to read at least 10 books if you're trying to apply to Oxbridge. And have you done volunteering or work experience relevant to your courses? Try to think in your mind and list them down, because it's very crucial when you want to write your personal statement. Or have you attended any taster lectures or summer schools? Like something that you can find online, like Coursera or 4H. Those are like online courses that you can do it for free if you want to expand your knowledge in the course that you're interested. Now, the 𝐂𝐤𝐤𝐤 in the personal statement, when you're writing it, instead of just listing down, oh, I have achieved this, I have done this, I've become a president, I have organized the biological field trip at school. Like instead of just listing them down, try to describe by being reflective examples, you know? So in that case, you have to use the STAR method as, so situation, T, task. What was the challenge? What did you do when you were becoming a vice president of the student council? And action, what did you do? And result, what was the turnout? What was the conclusion? And most importantly, what did you learn from it? Try to like combine these reflective examples first, and then try to create a personal statement. And next thing, if you're especially applying for Oxbridge, I would say that the more you read books, like the luckier you will get. Why? Why do I emphasize on reading so many books? Because like if you read so many books, while you're reading books, you got to like take notes of the key ideas and summarize it in your head. And after that, when you do interviews with the professor from the Oxford, you can back up, you know, you can say like, oh, I found a fact from this book that I've read from this book, and you can talk more about it. You can back up the evidence. That's why reading books is so good if you're very crazy about the subject that you're applying. And also, most importantly, books, Kali, like you will be thinking like, where do I start? Where do I find these books? Basically, it's in the university website. You can just like look through the reading list. That's it. Like also like books that they must be complex and unique also, like really nice books too. So Oxbridge it's very, very different from applying to other universities. So if you're applying for Oxbridge, your personal statement should be like chef's kiss, because like the personal statement is 15%. They only look for 15%, but they're very strict. And 30% is admission test. So like admission test you like personal statement like and then 40% interview. If the professor love the way you respond in the interview, I can pretty much say that you already got an offer, because 40% is what counts in the interview and 15% is the other like references. So they're gonna look at those things. So here are the things that I think are very important that I note down it for you. So first thing, your opinion of the book you have read. Thirdly, when you write your personal statement, you're reading your book and you have read that, oh, I have read this book, and you have to state your opinion also. You can just say that, I have read this book. No, you cannot say that. You have to state your opinion, and you have to put your own argument sometimes if you want to impress the admission counselor. Like what you have to do is like, I don't really agree with the writer because state your opinion, but also make sure your opinion is like also fact check it and make sure it's like very valid too. So yeah, that's very important. How the books, you can also mention about how the books differ from the theory when writing down the personal statement, how it links to the current events, real world. They love it so much. They just don't like it. Like when you write in your personal statement, I've read this book by Epigenetics Revolution by Nessa Curry. You can't just say that if you want to apply to these top universities. You have to talk about how it links to current events, real world. If the theory were true, will it play out in the future or not? Try to put down your opinions and thoughts. They like it when you express your opinions, you know? Not just like, oh, I've read this book. So that's why reading books is very, very crucial. Yes. So remember now to apply 3 areas of depth. Be very specific, complex, and unique when you're writing your personal statement. So you can just like Brad Lumio, like you can just say like very shallow things. You have to go into depth when writing about your books, or you have to go into depth when you want to write about an article, like that. So yeah, that's it. So basically your personal statement is academically challenging. So they just want to know how much of academic potential you are. Not so cool is we're done for the Oxbridge part. That's it basically. And for the next slides, I have so many like important linking words and some example paragraph that you can look into if you want to write your personal statement. I think that's going to help you a lot. For the next slides, I have it. But right now, let's go to Imperial College London. So this is like a really good university in London. It's the first university in London. So if you're thinking of applying it, I really suggest you do. Their offers are, they ask for 1 A-star, 2 A's for international students. And they're really good in STEM fields. So if you're going for engineering, science, Imperial College London, medicine is really good for you. So they require admission tests only for medicine and maths. So other than that, you're free to go. So it's like easier to apply than Oxbridge. Okay, so I've written down the top tips and here you can read it. Now I'm going to University College London. So the typical offer they're going to be asking is 3 A's only. So 3 A's. It's very easy to apply to University College London compared to Imperial College London, but it's very competitive for science subjects, law, and social sciences. So University College London basically look for a well-rounded student. If you're like alumni, like if you're interested in extracurricular societies member, student council member, if you like to lead, initiate stuff and things, it's the right university for you. Volunteering. So they look for a well-rounded student, not just like academically smarty pants, but they also look for like it's very balanced university. Next one is LSE. I really recommend LSE if you are applying for politics or economics. It's the first university to come into your mind. It must be if you're applying for economics. It's a very, very prestigious university and it's not easy to get in. So LSE doesn't really offer science major. It only offers like social science, economic, finance. Yeah, it's very not many variety compared to other two London universities. But if you're gonna be like a finance bro or investment banker, LSE is for you. Or if you're going to get the bag, LSE is for you. So LSE is like, it has a strong alumni networking also. So I really recommend LSE. And key differences between G5, like you don't know which universities to go for. So here are the things that I have put it down. Oxford, showing more traditional tutorial-based learning. Cambridge, got more science and engineering focus. You're like thinking which one to put your UCO, LSE, or Imperial first try. So in UCO is like very multidisciplinary, strong in sciences, humanities, and social sciences. UCO is very balanced, basically. People here, students here studying in UCO, they're very balanced. They know how to like party hard, and they also know how to like work hard also. So it's very, very balanced. Imperial, you have to be a smarty pants. So STEM focused. It's very like, it's also a bit harder to get into than UCL. And LSE is for finance bros. If you're interested in becoming a finance bro, LSE is for you. That's it. And also personal statement tips. So what to include? Here are the things that really like helped me a lot when I was writing down my personal statement. So I wrote it down. So you have to have a genuine passion for the subject. Like what sparks your interest in choosing your subject? Basically, like why you're crazy for this course, you know? For me, like I applied for biochemistry, so I have to exaggerate in the personal statement about how crazy I am for this course, even though it may be true or not. I just exaggerated it. And also for like languages, like you have to use persuasive languages. I'll show you the linking words and phrases to use in the later slides that I think will be very helpful. You have to bring your personality out and use right choices of words and display your emotions. And you might be thinking, oh, it's easy. You can just use ChatGPT. No, ChatGPT doesn't give like emotional response. So try to use ChatGPT to enhance your personal statement writing, but don't just rely on it 100%. And please check for plagiarism. They're very, very strict, so strict. And when I was like applying for my UCAS, it was 47 lines, so it was around 500 words. But this time it's still 47 lines, around 500 words, but they just separated into 3 different questions. So that's it. So you can talk about your hobbies. Like for example, you love playing football, but how can you connect it to the course that you're applying to? For example, you're applying for economics and your passion is playing football. So exaggerate a little bit about you're the president of the football club in your high school, and you organize this, and you can like exaggerate it so many things. Basically, it's about personal statements, basically lying. No, it's the truth. Personal statements basically exaggerating, and it's just selling yourself basically. But make sure don't over lie. Don't over lie. Do's and don'ts. Be specific about why you want to study at that university and course. And don't be cliche. Avoid being vague and bland. And try to read so many, like try to read outside of your A levels or SAT. I really precise the importance of reading books a lot. It's very like, it's like free knowledge. New scientists, the economics, subscribe to the news. It's very, very important. Because like even if they ask for interview, you can talk about it, things that you have read on the news or new scientists. So please read books. So start in your to-do list today. Please start reading a book that is like very aligned with your course that you're applying to. And personal statement drafting. So here's the things that helps me a lot. 80% is basically, okay, what I mean, this was the old format that I have to apply for my personal statement, but this time it has already been changed. You're going to be, and you will have to answer 3 questions. So I just want to state the importance that 80% of your essays, it has to be academic focus, and only 20% is your extracurricular activities. That's it. That's That's the emphasis that I want to like stress on. So 20% only on your extracurricular activities. And next one, use ABC drafting method. A is action, B benefits, skills you learned, and C course. Like for example, I'm a vice president of a student council. What are the skills that I've learned related to biochemistry? And always relate back to the course that you're applying. Always make sure one way or another it relates back to it. And here is my personal statement for biochemistry that I got offered from Imperial and UCL. So you guys can take a look or take a screenshot of this. It's like, this was the old format. Right now, when you guys are applying for it, you will be answering 3 questions, but it's basically the same thing. So it's just this one. So here is a link that I think is very, very useful because it was very useful for me. So I just pasted it. I don't know how you can click on this, but UCAS personal statement outline. So if I click on this, you're gonna be like, it will be shown like this. You can practice for your personal statement. So first question, why are you applying for your chosen course? So yeah, you can write about it. For me, this is how I practice it. Here are my answers. Next question, so why does this subject interested you? Include evidence. So try to like write it and jot down your ideas and your thoughts, like because you will be redrafting your personal statement for more than 20 times, that's for sure. So yeah, make sure it's chef's kiss in the end when you finalize it. Yeah, that one. Okay, so here are the things that I helped me a lot when going for when writing my personal statement. So what do the experts say? Cambridge University say that in a personal statement, we are looking for applicants to explain their reasons for wanting to study the subject. So basically, it's about you're selling yourself to choose me as a candidate to attend this course. Express your particular interest within the field. You have to be crazy about it and outline how they have pursued their interest in their subject in their own time. So you have to go beyond A levels to talk about it, you know, like what I say like by beyond A levels, like talk about the books that you have read outside of A levels, and also try to talk about attending like online courses, free online courses, and talk about it. So what does Imperial College London say for writing personal statement? So including the books you have read, see, it's very important. Work or voluntary experience you have undertaken. So many things, like they want to see you as a person, you know? So outlining your career aspirations and motivation for the future, in the future, artistic, sporting, musical, using your personal statement to highlight the skills you have that will help you in the course. So, okay. What does Warwick say? Warwick say that, why have you chosen this course? You have to include that in the personal statement. What reading? Another one that are involved with like books. What reading have you done around your chosen subject to show you have made an informed decision on what to study? What areas of your chosen subject would you like to explore further? So basically, it's about being very, very knowledgeable with the course that you're applying to. You know, you have to be very crazy about the course you're applying to. Like what other things you do outside of your A levels, outside of your IGCSE. So UCAS answer, what was it? What does UCAS say? What to write about? You have to write about you. You have to talk about, you have to outshine, you have to show your personality. Because you're telling admission staff why you're suitable to study at their university. They're like, pick me, like choose me for the university. You have to sell yourself. Therefore, in your personal statement, ensure that you're making a clear link between the core subject you're applying for you. So basically talk about write a personal evidence of the experiments that prove your interest and commitment to this field, like how you have reflected and built on the experiences. So it's basically like that. So here are the things, like try to take a screenshot of this, because these are like good linking words for you to include in your personal statement. So for example, I recently read Epigenetics Revolution by Nasakari and was above all impressed by blah 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 blah. So you can write down your opinions and your thoughts. These are the good linking words, because like English is not our first language, so we really need to be like very we have to try harder than the people who has English as their first language. So here are the good linking words that I have pasted. For me, reading a degree in blank is a natural extension of this interest because blah, blah, blah. So try to just fill in the words. These are very good linking sentences. Okay, so here are some introduction paragraphs that my college gave me when I was like preparing for my personal statement thing. So try to take a screenshot of this and try to read how do these students write it. Because this student received offers to read natural science from Cambridge, Durham, Bath, and UCAS. So this is an excellent, one of the excellent personal statement. So here, just try to take a screenshot of it and read it in your own time and try to see how they structure the paragraph and how do they write it. So here, very, very good examples. When I was writing my personal statement, I look at these examples like multiple times because English is not my first language and I really need help with like wordings and vocabularies and stuff like that. And another introduction example, please screenshot this. Don't try to copy this like 100% though, because like they can detect plagiarism. Just try to take out the sentences that you think suits your paragraph. So this student received offers to read economics, UCL Cambridge. So it's a very good personal statement. So in here, he talked about, oh, please, this is like economics, so I'll just continue because I'm not interested in it. So this is another example. The student received offers from Imperial, UCL, 𝐁𝐸𝐴, and Edinburgh. It's really good. So in here, I think the student like apply for biology related. So look at the start of the introduction. Endlessly intriguing and intriguingly endless. Wow. In science, something new is explored, discovered, and makes history every day. So basically, her or his introduction is like very captivating. It just like makes me want to read more. Like, this inspires me to pursue this field as I hope to contribute to science, never-ending journey in providing insights to the essence of life. Wow. So in here, the student mentioned about summer program that he or she attended, but we don't really have summer program. So don't worry, we can write about so many other things like attending a free Coursera or Forage or any other free online courses from top universities in the internet, or talk about the books that you have read. So in the third paragraph, the student mentioned about, I read the book How We Live and Why We Die and was awed by how cells determine our every action. The book explained, okay, the cascade of biochemical reactions, how proteins determine the cell functions, and the student keep on talking about the books and the articles. So yeah, if you want to apply for Oxbridge, make sure you agree with the writer or disagree with the writer, put that part. So yeah, this is a very good example of a personal statement. This is a short thing, it's not a full personal statement that you can reference to when you're writing, but not 100% fully copy it because they can detect the plagiarism. Preparing for admission test. So Cambridge and Oxford, they definitely look at the admission test, but for other unis, they don't really require admission test. So it's very easy and stress relieving to not to apply to other unis. Unless yeah, there are no general admission tests, but challenging course requirements. Yeah, they either look for good grades and good personal statement. So how to prepare? This is for admission test. Take practice tests under time conditions, focus on critical thinking and problem solving. Tips and tricks. So please start early, please. Now is the best time to start right now. If you haven't started right now, today is like September 21. I think it's a bit too late. I'm kidding, it's not late yet. Start early. The earlier you prepare, the stronger your application will be. So it's better to start early. And seek guidance. You can use like your high school counselors, teachers, or go watch YouTube. Like there will be so many YouTubers talking about their personal statement a lot that I have found while I was applying for university. So try to look at YouTube and TikTok. And work experience, okay? Try to get work experience, whether it be virtual or in person in Myanmar. Or through LinkedIn, just search LinkedIn and try to get work experience as much as possible so that you can at least talk something about it in the personal statements that's like relevant to your course. And stay organized. Don't forget the medicine deadline is 15 October this year. And for other courses, it's like 29 January. Attend open days. We can't attend open days in person because we're like international students. So just book a virtual open days. Yay! Understanding UCAS points. So basically, when you apply for university, in UK, you have to start applying in year 12, right? Which is the first year of A level. So it's very important that you get very, very good marks in your first year of A level so that you can apply to these prestigious universities. UCAS will ask for these points like A level grades, so A stars of 56 points, A of 48 points, B of 40 points. So it's very important that you prioritize your grades at AS level a lot. Because I have some of my friends who think that AS level was like not really important. They think that A level was important, so they didn't really do well in their AS, so they couldn't apply to good universities. Okay, so applying to multiple universities. So as I've mentioned, you can only apply to 5 universities through UCAS. So you can only apply to one course only. You cannot apply like in the US when you like different thing. You have to be specific with the course that you are wanting to read further in university, and you have to apply and choose different 5 universities. That's it. So here are the things that I wrote. Personal statement strategy. One statement for all universities. So it's the best if your personal statement is like chef's kiss because you can only apply through one course. You may be asking and wondering, what if can I apply to biological science in one university and biochemistry in another university? I would say yes, you can, but I think it will be a bit risky. So just make sure you apply to one course only because you're only writing one personal statement. So just make sure you're applying to one course only. That's like safer. How to stand out in competitive courses? So you have to show your super curricular activities. So by this, what I mean is taking part in Olympiads. So I think your high school will offer like Olympiads like UKMT Senior Maths Challenge, the Chemistry Olympiads, Biology Olympiads. Those are very, very important because UK is very academically. So they won't look for like other extracurricular activities like volunteering. They're not really interested. They look for super curricular activities like taking part in Cambridge Olympiads. So those are super curricular activities because you have to show them that, oh yes, I got like a bronze medal in chemistry Olympiad. And then those G5 universities love it when you win so many awards in these things outside of A levels. So they're looking for a candidate that is like very smarty pants who has done well in A levels and also outside of A levels, willing to read lots of books, willing to take part in these Olympiads. Because after you finish your Olympiads, you receive a certificate. So you can just like you can say that you have like, you know, completed in these Olympiads. Internships, volunteering that's related to your field only. Online courses, like I really emphasize the importance of taking online courses because it's very free and it's like really good. It's like it adds extra knowledge. So Coursera, edX, 4H, so many things you can just search online. There's also LinkedIn Learning, by the way, which is very useful. Not working with professors or alumni. You don't really need this one, but I would say that try to stalk on LinkedIn about one of the students and ask them like how you get into it. Like, can you please show me your personal statement? I want to read it. Now you can just like try to connect with them on LinkedIn, like alumni or to those currently like first year students, because like it's very helpful. If someone like approaches me and asks me for this, like how to get into UCL, can I look at your personal statement? I would just like feel free to help them because I was in the same position also. So writing a strong reference letter. UCAS require a reference letter. So it's very important you choose a teacher that knows you very well and who will really talk about you in a good way. Very, very important. Imperial and UCL look at reference letter a lot, like a lot. So it's very important that you go to a teacher that knows you very well and write like extraordinary good things about you. Very, very important. So yes. So even before your teacher submit your reference letter, just make sure, can I please look at what you write for me in the reference letter and just tell them like, please make sure it's the best one that you have write for me. What to include? Academic strands. Oh, this is a reference letter for your teacher, so I'm not gonna tell anymore. In the reference letter, for example, the teacher has to include your academic achievements, extracurriculars, any awards that you have taken part. So reference letter, like you still look for reference letter a lot. So it's very, very important. Financial aid and scholarships. So you can only apply for scholarships once you got the offer from the university. So it's very important that you got offer first, then scholarships will follow later. So yeah, so UCL, I really recommend many people to attend UCL a lot because like I've seen like 9 Burmese students already who got like full scholarship at UCL. So I really, really strongly suggest it. For other unis, Imperial doesn't offers full scholarship. Imperial doesn't. I don't know about LSE though. I haven't checked it, but Oxford and Cambridge does. So try to like make sure you got the offer, then scholarship will automatically follows. So your grades important. Your personal statement has to be chef's kiss. That's it basically. And your reference letter, make sure you choose a teacher who knows you very well and well, bribe her with foods so that she can write for you like a really good reference letter. Next one. Understanding conditional and unconditional offer. So mostly we only got like conditional offer because like, okay, once you've already applied for university through UCAS, they will start to give you offer already. Conditional is like, because like you sent your UCAS in your beginning of your A level, your year 13, you got like a you got a conditional offer, and then the university will say you have to get 3 A-star to really get into the university. So at A level, you have to get 3 A-star to really get there. So you have to make your conditional offer unconditional. Some of my friends got unconditional offer right away because their personal statement was very extraordinary and really nice. So that's very rare. It's just so rare. It's like 1 in 100, so it's very rare. And after you get your offers, you apply to 5 university, right? You get your offers, and then you choose which is your farm choice and insurance choice. So farm choice meaning that when you receive your A-level grades and you got like 3 A-star, university was asking for 3 A-star, you got 3 A-star, then you got into that university right away. Insurance choice is like your second one. Basically, if the university that I want to attend is asking me 3 A-stars, but I only got 2 A-stars and 1 A, so I didn't get into my farm choice. So I'll be automatically sent into insurance choice, which you put it as. So like for example, I put Cambridge as my firm choice and it is asking me 3 A-stars. And my insurance choice is UCL, which is only asking me 3 A's. But then when I took my A-levels, I only got 3 A's, so I'll be automatically transferred to insurance choice and I'll only get to attend at UCL. So the other 3s are omitted, right? Because you apply to 5 university, firm choice, insurance choice. The other 3s are, you just have to say bye. Because not many people got offers from 5 out of 5. So you only have to choose 2. So always make sure your insurance is something that is like requires low grades. Or else like if you put these top universities and they're asking for 3 A's is at least, but then you got 1 B and 2 A's, you will have to go through clearing, which is not a nice one. So you can't basically attend university that you apply to. You will have to attend to these like low ranking universities. Navigating UCAS track. What is this? Navigating UCAS track. So when you're like applying for UCAS, and then you will be logged into UCAS track. So it's an online portal for tracking the status. So if you receive your offer, UCAS track will email you and tell you, hi, you have received an offer. It's just basically that one. That's it. And these are actually nothing already. So these files are like question and answers. So is there like any questions and answers? Let me just check the question and answer thing. Oh, are there any questions that you wanna ask me? I have seen like, may I know how I can check plagiarism by myself? That's a really nice one. I think you can just like, I'm not really sure about it, but try to search like UCAS plagiarism checker and try to put your words in it and try to check it yourself. Try to go to a website that say UCAS plagiarism checker. Oh, really? The screenshots are a little blurry for you. Share clear picture if possible for your personal statement. Yeah, of course I can. I can email you. Just send me your email. Can you zoom in for your personal statement? Oh, really? Really? It's very blurry. Okay. Okay, so okay, what can I do for the personal statement thing? Okay, so I'm gonna like turn on my personal statement file and maybe you guys can like screenshot it right now. How can I look for internships? Okay, let me do my personal statement first. Mm, mm, mm. Just wait a moment.
အ
I
ဆင်
didn't
ပြေလား
realize. Yeah, Cynthia, I didn't realize my personal statement would be that blurry. So I'm just finding out my personal statement thing. Mm-mm. Yeah, all right here. Okay, here you guys can take a screenshot of my personal statement. Can you guys see my screen?
Not really.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Can you see it?
နောက်ဘက်မှာတော့မတွေ့ရပါဘူး
I think you have to share the screen again.
stop
Okay.
share လို့ပြောတစ်ချက်ပြန်ပြီးတော့ဖွင့်ကြည့်ပေးပါလားမ share ခြင်းတဲ့ tab ကိုလေ
No, I'll just paste my personal statement on the chat. Just let me know if you guys see it. Do you guys see it? Sorry, it's a direct message. Okay, let me just everyone. Like a boomer when it comes to technology. Wait, can you see my personal statement in the chat?
yes you send it but it's
Yeah.
downloaded
Okay, so guys, you can just look at my personal statement in the chat. Okay, so what are the next questions? I have a couple. How can I look for internships? Okay, so basically you just have to really know what you're like, which A levels you're taking. So like look at the entry requirements in your university that you like. Okay, so how to find subject that you're passionate about? You just know it. You just know like you can take your time and you just get to know what you really like and think like look at yourself and then try to see yourself in like in next 10 years. Like what kind of problems do you want to solve? Try to ask that question and try to see which course you want to take. Think about your passion, think about your salary also. For internships, your school must have like internships is not really necessary. Try to just go for Olympiads, you know, like chemistry Olympiads, Cambridge Chemistry Challenge, biology Olympiads, physics Olympiads, something related to like academically thing. Not internships are not really necessary. Yes, you can apply with SAT, but I'm not sure about GED. So in order to check that, try to email the university admission team and try to email them, like try to stay in contact with them and ask them like, what are the requirements that you guys need? I'm not sure about GED though, but you can apply with SAT because I have many friends who apply with SAT for UK universities, but A-level is very, very common. I was considering applying to biochem. However, I'm not too sure about the job demand after university. So like biochemistry is like very open to other job area sectors. You can go into like consulting, pharmacy, healthcare, but if you want to work in Myanmar, I don't think you can find jobs in Myanmar though. But if you want to continue staying in abroad, it's open to so many fields because like what I've noticed is that your degree doesn't really like has to match your career, you know, because it's the transferable skills that you need in your career. So for example, I'm doing biochemistry. So right now I'm like in the process of being an expert in research because that's what I'm doing now, like researching, doing my lab, very skill precise. So these transferable skills are what I'm gonna carry into my career choices. So you don't really have to worry about your job. Also like your course doesn't really matter, you know, like taking a economics or computer science won't make you a billionaire or a millionaire, or taking biochemistry, your courses don't really define your income. Basically, it is about you. What matters is you yourself. That matters a lot. Yeah, I don't mind looking at your personal statements. You can just like message me through my messenger. My messenger is 𝐁𝐢𝐨𝐤𝐡𝐞𝐦𝐢𝐬𝐭𝐫𝐲, and just message me. I'll help you with your personal statement and I'll give you tips and advices. That's it. Is CAE accepted in the UK instead of IELTS? What is CAE? It's done, right? What is CAE? Is it like CAIE instead of IELTS? Okay, so for IELTS, it's like a language requirement course. So we're like, English is not our first language, so they require a English proficiency certificate. So UCL will ask for band 7 each. So they just want to let you know, oh yes, she can speak English and she can attend the courses here. They just require a language proficiency test. I'm not sure about what CAE is, but yes, IELTS is very much required, especially for UK visa too. So if you want to take IELTS, make sure you take UK VI IELTS. And IELTS is very easy for you to get a really nice band. Band 7 is already easy enough, but in order to get band 7 in writing, I think it will be a bit tricky. As long as you follow the guidelines, it will be fine. Can I include extracurricular activities or volunteer work that are related to my major? Don't include it. I told you and I've mentioned to you before, 80% is academics and 20% is only extracurriculars that are related to your course. UK universities look for the academics. The official requirement on the website A*, AA, and I got AAA. Do you think I should take the risk and apply? What do you mean by that? Because like, yes, you can apply. Oh, you mean like A-level. You have taken your A-level already. You have taken your A-level already and they require A*, AA, but you got AAA. Let me guess, which university is it? Is it Oxbridge or Imperial that's asking A*, AA? But it's okay. Just apply for it. Apply for it. It's only A*, 𝐴 Just apply for it. You got this. Just make sure your personal statement is chef's kiss, then you don't really have to, they don't really care that much. What about biochem engineering versus biochemistry? So biochem engineering is a different field. It's very much engineering. Biochemistry is very like science biochemistry. You have to like, if you're interested in research and PhD or like lab or staying in lab, I think biochemistry is good. But for biochem engineering, it's like even more broader. I love it. Engineering, so it's like open to engineering. It's also open to life science, so it's really nice. If you're like very, very good in maths, just take biochem engineering instead of biochemistry. Yeah, you can apply with OSSD, but try to like email the admission counselor whether if you can apply it for OSSD, because normally A levels and IBs are the only one that is stated there. So try to email the university that you want to attend to, and try to email whether OSSD is accepted. I'm pretty sure it is accepted. Can you please check the question? Is it going to be possible to apply both biochem engineering and just with one essay? It's a different thing. So engineering is like engineering. Biochemistry is another, like biological science, biomedical science. So it's very different. Don't try to put it in one personal statement. Can I include extracurricular activities or volunteer works that aren't related to my major? I already answered this. Can I apply after the whole A level? Because it's hard for me to get pretty good grades for my A2. As my teacher who look at here, I'm not really ready for preparing. Yes, you can. Yep, you can. Don't stress out. It's okay. I have seen so many of the students that do like this. So the thing that's gonna be different is if you apply to it right now during your AS, you can just go into the university straight away after your A levels. But if you take your time and apply to university after your A level, you have to wait for another 1 year. So it's basically a gap year. So why not? It's okay. Gap year is really good. I really recommend gap year a lot. Gap year is not very common in Myanmar, but it's very common here. It's like it's time to reflect yourself also and to really see which course that you're really passionate about. So I really suggest gap year. What ECs you had when applying? Also, I'm interested in doing a research, but I don't know how to start. Try to just search online about a research paper if you are interested. Or you don't technically have to be a research paper. You can just say like, just as what I've mentioned in my personal statement, I did on how 𝐁𝐸𝐻𝙗𝙗 taught us the importance of stereoisomers. Try to come up with a essay title like that if you're interested in science parts, and you can just like mention in your personal statement about how you're doing. So just use ChatGPT and it will generate titles like that, and try to say like, yes, I've written an article on this, instead of technically having to be a research paper. And what ECs you had. So my extracurriculars are not really, you don't really have to mention about extracurriculars because it's only 20%. In my extracurriculars, I don't really mention that much. I only mention about my academically sites than that. Yay. That's it. Can you please tell what particular facts can make you get a scholarship? Okay, so personal statement. In your personal statement, don't try to talk about your financial situation or about the current situation, like financial thing. No, personal statement is only about your academic thing. Why are you interested in your course that you're applying? So like you will get offered from it and just apply for the scholarship. That's it. If you want to apply for UCO Global Undergraduate Scholarship, you just have to write down a small essays. That's it basically. It's only once you get the offer. So it's about your personal essay. You don't have to give like anything. It's very personal also. So that's it. Any more questions? I'll just wait for 30 seconds. I've sent a message messenger for my, yeah, okay, I'll try to see it and I'll let you know, like, and give you advices and tips on that one. If you guys need help with your personal statement, just like message me on Messenger and I'll try to like see it for you. That's it. Best of luck with your applying to UK universities, and thank you so much for coming. I have other things to do. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
ကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်အမခင်ဗျာဟုတ်
Tama, no? Thank you so much. Bye.